You're at a dinner party when someone asks what you do for work. You mention day trading and watch the conversation immediately shift. Half the room thinks you're either lying or gambling your life savings away. The other half starts asking for stock tips and get-rich-quick advice. Your cousin wants you to manage his retirement account. Your neighbor starts telling you about his crypto losses. Within minutes, you've become the unofficial financial advisor for people who think trading is either a scam or a magic money machine. What started as casual conversation has turned into unsolicited financial counseling sessions that never end well. The social cost of trading transparency extends far beyond awkward dinner conversations. Revealing your profession creates psychological pressures, relationship complications, and mental burdens that can actually destroy your trading performance. What you're about to discover are 3 compelling reasons why successful traders keep their activities private, and how transparency sabotages both your personal relationships and your professional execution. Section 1. Social pressure contamination. When people know you trade for income, every social interaction becomes an unwanted performance review where others monitor your lifestyle choices for signs of success or failure. Your car, your clothes, your vacation choices, and your spending habits all become evidence that strangers use to evaluate whether your trading is really working. This constant external evaluation creates psychological pressure that seeps into your trading decisions in destructive ways. The contamination works through reference point shifting, where other people's expectations start influencing your risk tolerance and profit targets. When your family expects you to be making significant money from trading, you feel pressure to show results that justify their confidence. This pressure often leads to increased position sizing, holding winners too long to create impressive returns, or taking unnecessary risks to generate the consistent profits that others expect to see. Social pressure also creates performance anxiety during normal drawdown periods that every trader experiences. When you're having a rough month and people ask how trading is going, you feel compelled to either lie about your results or justify why your job isn't paying you right now. This external pressure to explain temporary variance can cause you to abandon proven strategies during difficult periods just to avoid social discomfort. The pressure intensifies when people start making financial decisions based on their perception of your trading success. Family members might quit their jobs expecting you to support them. Friends might invest money assuming you can help them profit. Or your spouse might make major purchases assuming your income is stable and predictable. These external expectations create emotional weight that makes risk management nearly impossible. Professional traders protect themselves from social pressure by maintaining strict privacy about their activities. They understand that trading performance fluctuates in ways that social relationships can't handle, and that external expectations create internal pressure that destroys the emotional neutrality required for systematic execution. Privacy isn't about secrecy, it's about psychological protection. But social pressure is only one way that transparency damages your trading psychology. Section 2. Request fatigue. The moment people discover you trade successfully, you become a magnet for financial advice requests, investment opportunities, and money management propositions that consume mental energy you need for your own trading. Every social gathering turns into informal financial consulting where people expect free advice about their retirement accounts, stock picks, or investment strategies. This constant demand for your expertise creates cognitive load that depletes your decision-making capacity. Request fatigue develops because most people fundamentally misunderstand what day trading involves. They assume that because you can profit from short-term price movements, you must also be an expert on long-term investing, fundamental analysis, cryptocurrency, real estate, and personal finance. You become the default source for any financial question, regardless of whether it relates to your actual expertise. The psychological drain intensifies when people ignore your advice, lose money, then blame you for their results. You recommend conservative position sizing, and they risk their entire account. You suggest they learn before risking real money, and they immediately start trading with their savings. When they inevitably lose money, your relationship becomes strained, because they associate you with their financial losses, even though they didn't follow your guidance. Request fatigue also creates liability concerns that add stress to your daily life. When people ask for stock recommendations, they're essentially asking you to take responsibility for their financial outcomes. Even when you explicitly state that you're not giving financial advice, People often interpret your casual comments as professional recommendations. This potential liability adds psychological weight to every interaction. Professional traders handle this by developing standard responses that deflect financial discussions without appearing rude or secretive. They might redirect conversations toward the importance of education, suggest people consult licensed professionals, or simply state that they don't discuss specific investments outside of their personal trading. The goal is maintaining relationships while protecting both parties from unrealistic expectations. Understanding request fatigue prepares you for the third and most damaging consequence of trading transparency. Section 3. Success resentment. When your trading becomes profitable enough to improve your lifestyle noticeably, some relationships will deteriorate because other people struggle with your success. This resentment manifests as skepticism about your methods, criticism of your easy money, or subtle attempts to undermine your confidence during challenging periods. Success resentment creates emotional toxicity that can poison your support system exactly when you need it most. The resentment mechanism works through social comparison theory, where people evaluate their own worth relative to others in their social circle. When you start earning significant money from trading, while they struggle with traditional jobs, some people experience this as evidence of their own inadequacy. Instead of celebrating your success, they minimize it, question its sustainability, or attribute it to luck rather than skill. Resentment often disguises itself as concern for your well-being. People might constantly warn you about the risks of trading, remind you that most traders lose money, or pressure you to get a real job as backup. These comments, even when well-intentioned, create doubt and anxiety that can interfere with your trading psychology. You start second guessing your career choice because people you care about keep suggesting it's too risky or unsustainable. The toxicity becomes particularly damaging during inevitable drawdown periods, when resentful people feel validated by your temporary struggles. Comments like, "I told you trading was risky," or "maybe you should have kept your old job," add emotional weight to normal business variance. This external validation of your failures can push you toward emotional decision-making during the exact periods when you need maximum psychological support. Success resentment also creates isolation as your improving financial situation makes it harder to relate to people dealing with traditional employment frustrations. Your problems feel less legitimate to others because you chose your profession, work from home, and don't have a boss. This growing social distance can leave you without adequate emotional support during challenging trading periods. Professional traders manage success resentment by being selective about who they share details with and by maintaining friendships that aren't based on financial discussions. They understand that some relationships can't handle significant success differences and choose to prioritize relationships with people who can genuinely celebrate their achievements without feeling diminished by them. The ultimate protection involves understanding that trading success creates social dynamics that most traditional careers don't generate. Your income volatility, professional flexibility, and financial independence can trigger complex emotions in others that have nothing to do with your character or your relationships. Protecting yourself from these dynamics isn't antisocial, it's professional self-care that allows you to maintain both trading performance and meaningful relationships. Comment below and tell me if you've experienced social pressure, request fatigue, or success resentment since you started trading. Because privacy around trading isn't about being secretive or antisocial. It's about protecting your psychological space from external pressures that can damage both your performance and your relationships.